Hey, this is Stone. So I have these sunglasses and they're just a cheap $10 pair of sunglasses. They have a gold reflection to them, and whenever I wear them, it gives everything I see kind of a gold tint. And one of the reasons I like to wear them is because if it's like a cloudy day outside, I can put these on and I can go outside and I feel as if it's like a sunny, beautiful, warm day. Now intellectually, I can know that it's really not, but just wearing them gives me that lens. And today what we really want to talk about is mindset. So much of what we perceive and we believe is controlled by the lens through which we see the world. And when we talk about time management, some people have amazing time management systems that allow them to be super productive, that allow them to be 2, 3, 4 times as productive as the next guy and leap forward in progress because of the mindset that they have about their time management system. Then you have the other kind of person, which is really the 95%, and that's the person who does not utilize any kind of time management system, and that's because the lens through which they see time management is a lens that says that time management is too complicated, or it takes more time just to have one, or I can't be creative. Just a myriad of mindsets that keep someone from managing their time well. So that's what we're going to discuss today. We're going to look at the differences in mindsets and how to have a mindset that sets you up to win with time management. If you've not yet subscribed, go to stonejordan.info and subscribe to this blog, and it'll also allow you to download the blueprint, and there's going to be lots of goodies in the blueprint for what we're talking about today. Also, there's going to be a 7-day challenge. So check it out, subscribe, watch the video, and I hope you enjoy it. So if you want to delve more into mindset and the psychology of that in general, there is an amazing book by Carol Dweck, and it's simply called Mindset. And it really gets into the fundamentals of why our brains act a certain way and why we do what we do because of the mindset we have. And we're really going to talk about the common denominator mindsets among people that don't manage their time well. It's the things that if you are not managing your time, if you don't have a system in place, chances are it's for one of these 3 reasons, these 3 disempowering mindsets. So we're going to go through each of the 3 and debunk them. Number 1 is that managing my time is too complicated. Now this is one of the simplest mindsets, and really there's a 5-step plan that somebody who's never used a time management system can get behind that's very, very simple. Number 1 is to simply download Evernote. Evernote's a great program. Number 2 is to create a notebook in Evernote. Learn how to create a notebook, and you want to create 2. You want to create one and label it personal, and you want to create a second one and label it professional. So you have personal and professional notebooks. The third thing you want to do is you want to create notes for every single action, item, to do, anything that you need to accomplish, and you want to drop them in the according folder, whether it's a personal action or whether it's a professional action. So now you have all of these actions in both personal and professional notebooks. The fourth thing you want to do is you want to create a notebook called Today's To-Dos. And then at the beginning of each day, you simply drop these actions that you have, these items you already have, into Today's To-Dos, and those are the actions you're going to do that day. Every time you complete an action, you delete the note, or at the end of the day, what you haven't completed, you can either leave in there for the next day, or you can move it back into either personal or professional. And you simply repeat this every single day. Now, if you have the mindset that managing your time is too complicated, you probably don't have any kind of a time management system. And if you simply follow these rules, and again, they're in the blueprint, you will see that it's very simple to manage your time. And my guess is you'll double your productivity in a week just by using this really simple system. The second disempowering mindset is that managing your time takes more time than it's worth. And I hear this more from achievers, people who achieve some, but they do it off the cuff, right? They fly by the seat of their pants and they think, I'm being successful, I'll just leave that time management stuff to you, okay? Now, the reason why people get this disempowering mindset that it takes more time than it's worth to manage time is because that's true usually in the beginning, right? You're trying a new system, you're trying to do something new, and so when you start trying to manage your time in a different way, of course, it usually takes more time than it's worth because you've got to get everything, you got to get the momentum shift and your brain moving in a different direction. Well, whenever I manage my time, whenever I go through my time management plan, I spend about a half an hour before I go to bed at night creating my plan, and then I spend about a half an hour first thing in the morning. So that's an hour, that's a good amount of time. But what I find is that whenever I do this and whenever I stick to my time management system, I double my productivity. So for that hour of time spent, I gain roughly 8 hours in productivity. And whenever I compare myself to my colleagues, my associates, the people around me, I usually get at least 1.5 times as much as they get done in a day, sometimes double, just because of the time management plan. So in order to debunk this disempowering belief that time management takes more time than it's worth, you really have to say, I'm going to try a new system for a week. And then at the end of that week, if it's costing me, if there's a time deficiency, if it's costing me more time than it's worth, then I'm going to change my approach. Because if it's still costing you more time, you're doing it wrong. You're doing something wrong. And it might be smart to go back to a less complicated plan, which again is step 1. Step 3, or the disempowering belief 3, is that I can't be creative under the construct of a time management system. And I can understand this because I'm a creatively minded person as well. And I've created another video just to address this issue, which I'm going to put a link to that video in the blueprint. If you're somebody who's very creatively minded, you need a time management system that allows for flow, and that's what this does, so you can check out that video. So if you're somebody that doesn't manage your time, my belief is that you have found yourself falling into one of these 3 disempowering mindsets. And I hope that this information has really shown you that none of them are true, that you can change your mindset, which allows you to be more purposeful, be more productive, get more things done. That's really the entire purpose of this, right? We don't manage time just for the sake of managing time. We want to make progress, we want to grow, we want to move forward. And so I hope this has done that for you. I hope you have a great week because of these things. Download the blueprint that's going to have a 7-day challenge for this week in it. Just remember, my friend, that this week is a gift, so do 2 things with it. Be purposeful and productive. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next time.